I made an easy, hearty black bean stew with rice, perfect with your favorite toppings. I soaked the black beans overnight, which makes them easier to cook and digest. The next day, I drained the beans and got started. I've chopped the onions and garlic. And now I'm frying some bacon pieces in a Dutch oven until they start to release their flavor. I added the chopped onions and garlic to the bacon, giving everything a good stir so the flavors meld together. Then I sprinkled in a few spices. I added some cumin, sweet paprika, and some garlic powder, and the aroma smelled absolutely delicious. Next, I added the soaked black beans, stirring them gently to coat with all those fragrant flavors. After that, I poured in water and a bit of stock powder, letting it come to a gentle boil. Once it started bubbling, I turned the heat down, covered the Dutch oven with a lid, and let it simmer for about an hour. Meanwhile, I prepared a fresh tomato salsa. I started by adding a small chopped onion to a bowl. Next, I took a bunch of cilantro and cut it up nice and fine. Then I cut up some mini tomatoes and added them to the bowl. After that, I seasoned everything with a pinch of salt and a drizzle of olive oil, and gave everything a good mix. Finally, I squeezed in a lime. I quickly realized it was a lot easier to use a lemon juicer. And I gave everything one final mix, and this bright fresh salsa was ready to be the perfect topping for the black bean stew. About an hour later, I checked on the beans. They were tender, so I mashed them gently with a fork against my wooden spatula. This helps thicken the stew and bring all the flavors together. I did a quick taste test and added a little bit more salt. Then I let the beans simmer a little longer, this time without the lid, so it could thicken even more. After about 20 more minutes of simmering, I checked on the beans. The stew smelled fantastic, but I still wasn't quite happy with the consistency. So I spooned out some beans into a bowl, mashed them, and then stirred them back into the pot. After a quick stir, the stew was ready. I started by serving a bowl of fluffy rice, then spooned in the thick, flavorful black bean stew. I added a few chunks of creamy avocado for richness, and finally, I topped everything with the fresh tomato salsa I prepared earlier. This was so delicious, we finished the pot.